Hey everyone, this is One Life to Collect. Doing an update on my world banknote collection. It's grown quite a lot over the last couple of years, so just wanted to kind of show some of the stuff that I've gathered. So I'm going to do one binder per video, or maybe a couple binders per video, just because I think it's probably way too much to do all in one shot. So I'll save US and Canada for another video, but I'll start alphabetically with this. Hopefully the lighting's okay. So here is Afghanistan. And I also do kind of oldest series to newest. And then I do kind of the denominations in order as well. If I do have the same note, but I have two different versions of it, whether it's, you know, a different signature, or actually, quite frankly, a different date, I'll usually try to keep both. But I'm not kind of one of those diehards that keep, you know, radar, serial numbers, and all that kind of stuff. So this one here is Albania. So some pretty old pre-war stuff there. Here's kind of 70s. I think this is 80s. This is kind of more recent. I was actually there last summer, so I was able to pick up, met some really cool people that exchanged some euros for me. So I was able to get some of the local money. Actually, yeah, these are the ones I got. So that's polymer, and then the rest are paper. Yeah, I think I'll do one binder at a time. Here's Algeria, so some pretty old Algerian francs there. Normally I don't really care about condition. I think I'd rather have it in whatever condition it's in than not have it. So I just, you know, if I find something that's newer, in better condition, I will upgrade it and put it into my box of doubles, which I've got thousands of. That's all alphabetical as well. So I'm always up for trading, that kind of stuff. But so here's more Algeria. Here's one that's like a, oh, sorry, it's not that one yet. I think this is like from a keychain or something. It was like plastic. So I just stuck it in there. I don't really know where else to put it. Here's Angola. They had some inflation notes back in the day. Then they reissued it. And these ones are UNC condition, really nice. Kwanzas. Then Antarctica, I debated whether to put these in a special folder or keep them. They're not a country, it's not official, it's more novelty dollars, but I kind of stuck with the alphabetical. So here's some novelty Antarctica money. These ones I picked up when I was there. In Ushuaia, I picked up some of these in a gift shop. It's just, you know, somewhere near Antarctica. I just stuck it in the binder, nowhere else to put it. Antigua and Barbuda, it's also a novelty note. It's like, what do you call it, gold plated or something. Not sure why it exists, but it does. And then these ones I ordered years ago online, like Arctic territories. I got a whole bunch of them. Amero's like a fictitious North American currency, so I thought it was neat. And then here's Argentina, which I have possibly the most quantity of notes from Argentina in this binder, so you're going to see a whole lot. Maybe I might go through these a little bit quicker. It's also gone through quite a lot of recent inflation since I was there in, gosh, 2018. It's funny how they kind of keep using the same person. They don't mix it up between notes. So here's where it starts kind of with the inflation. So, you know, 10,000, 50,000, and here's 100,000, 500,000, and then a million here. these ones I found were, I don't know, I kind of like its kind of new age look and feel. I remember having a classmate who was from Argentina, and I think one of these is from them actually, that I saved all these years. If someone gives me a note, I find it hard to replace it, even if I have a better copy of it. I usually just keep it in my collection. I don't know why. So here's more inflationary. So several instances of inflation over the years. 50,000. Here's kind of one of those. I forget what they call them. Promissory notes or whatever. And then here's some of the newer. I'll cut newer with air quotes, because these ones don't exist anymore. I think they're too small of denominations. But when I visited, I think maybe the 20 and the 50 were the lowest. For most things, I know I was. Oh, here's the newer ones that I was using. So I was using a lot of these. Eva Perón, I think that is. Very, very nice looking money, actually. And then now this is, oh gosh, Armenia, I think. Yep. So here's some newer Armenia. And then this is kind of the unofficial / official break-off republic, Artsakh. Apologize for not knowing. Here's Aruba. These are actually quite a lot of money in terms of denominational value and exchange rates. Here's one of the earliest Australian ones. I need to get more of like the older Australian. That's really the only one I've got. And these ones, so like consecutive serial numbers, sometimes I'll keep those. Here's 1, 2, 10, and then I was there in 2015. So I think, yeah, these are the ones that I just brought back with me. And then here's some of the newer ones. I guess the last ones with the queens on them, most likely. Here's Austria, or Austro-Hungarian Empire, rather. Very huge size note on these ones. Still continuing with Austria, or Austro-Hungary, rather. And then these are the emergency kind of war notes. So these ones are used by kind of local municipalities in place of real money, just because they had such huge inflation. But really they had no other choice. So Notgeld, I think is what they're called. So I've got quite a lot of those. Yeah, emergency money, Austria. And then coming into more of the 60s, 70s, shillings. And then, oh, sorry, I got one last one. And then Azerbaijan. That's an old one. And then here's some of the newer ones. I should really find some higher denominations than that. So I keep different tabs for the letters. So all of that was A. So this is B, starting with B here. So again, these are probably different years, sometimes different signatures, although I don't really care. Usually just care to keep like the best condition one, I guess, is probably where I draw the line. There's one, there's a half for 50 cents, it's pretty cool. This is more of a newer one. Some vibrant colors on the back, really cool. $half, dollar. I think it's pegged to the US dollar, somewhere close, if I'm not mistaken. This is Bahrain. fractional, so like I think it's like 100 cents versus dinar. Again, exchange rates, these ones are pretty high against the US dollar. It's 5. And then Bangladesh. More Bangladesh here. I don't know if it like I think it's Bangladesh and India. I think they puncture the watermark once something goes out of circulation. That's my guess. I don't know that, but too many of these have the same thing for that to be a coincidence. This one's polymer here. These are consecutive serial numbers, even though I can't tell, but I bought them in a pack, and they're most likely consecutive. This one is like a commemorative one, I think. Okay, Barbados. Fun story with Barbados is I was there on a cruise a little while ago, and I brought a bunch of extra like 1s, 2s, and 5s, and I actually I was trying to repatriate them and basically for fun use them for just regular purchases, and so only a couple places took them. I think they didn't take anything under 2, but there was like a fish sandwich place, and they actually took I think it was like $15, maybe $20 worth of these. And then we also had somebody drive us around the island, and we paid them in cash, but I also gave them a 20 as kind of a tip. So like US cash with a local currency tip. It was an interesting day, that's for sure. And here's some of the newer ones. I love the design on these, front and back. And then the vertical polymer. I think these are some of the nicest looking notes that exist, to be honest. I mean, they did such a great job on these. And then here's Belarus. These are pretty common, the kind of forest creature fractional currency notes. I don't think they restarted the numbering again. They inflationary, and then they reset the numbers, took some zeros away. All right, so this is the end of the first binder. So hopefully that was entertaining. So I'm going to continue on with the next binder. So hopefully you'll stay tuned and watch them all. Thanks.